In our news this morning, Governor-elect Udom Emmanuel canvasses for proper reverence for elders in society. Political leaders in Etinan celebrate Udom Emmanuel's victory at Saturday's polls. State Attorney General commends Akwa Ibom people for orderly conduct during last Saturday's elections. Details shortly. Good morning and welcome to KBC 45 News at Dawn. I am Blessing Isongo. The governor-elect, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, has described elders as integral pillars of a stable and progressive society who must not be ignored or treated with levity. He was speaking at a victory party organized for him by the Akwa Ibom State PDP Elders Forum at the residence of the leader of the Uyo Senatorial District of the Forum, Saval Attah. Florence Sumoito reports.
Mr. Udom Emmanuel expressed himself honored and humbled to be associated with the Elders Forum and thanked them for giving him their support during his consultations, campaigns, and elections. He ascribed the success at the polls to the divine hand of God, their collective sacrificial effort, the untiring effort of the youths, and the unflinching backing of the women. The governor-elect emphasized the need to formulate good strategies towards success, stressing that he has not come to enrich himself by the sweat of the masses, but to enrich the masses and leave the society better than he met it. Mr. Udom Emmanuel rule with the fear of God, so that the labor of Akwa Ibom may not be in vain.
Life is all about strategy. There is nothing in life that is not about strategy. If you talk about political games and the rest of them, it's all about strategy. So I don't see why we can't, with the right strategy, get to the right destination. But I so much thank you because all those could work because all of you here believed in your candidate. Then, and today you produce a governor-elect.
The leader, Uyo PDP Forum, Saval Attah, described the occasion as a voluntary arrangement to celebrate victory and to consolidate on the successes of the campaigns and the elections. A former minister and head of the team in Eket Senatorial District, Chief Ndwese Essien, urged the elders to be models for the youths. The leader, Eko Ekpene Senatorial District Elders Forum, who was also the chairman of the event, Obong Michael Afangide, urged all Akwa Ibom people to support Udom Emmanuel and the PDP towards the and the development of the state.
It's time for us to be meeting ourselves and strategizing on how to ensure that Udom succeeds.
We want to consolidate our success story and tell the world that the elders are solid people behind every successful story.
Others who include Obong Senas Okwana, Dr. Esio Okwongudo, Mr. Godi Umo, and Obongwan Lovina Umoifa. Retired Brigadier General Antonio Tugudo proposed a toast in honor of the governor-elect.
This was the only committee that was personally inaugurated by the governor-elect in person.
Florence Moituk reporting.
Top political leaders in Etinan local government area have embarked on a victory march to celebrate the emergence of Mr. Udom Emmanuel as the governor-elect in the just concluded governorship election. The victory march, which came as a fallout of an appreciative meeting to thank the people of Southern Iman 1, was organized by the international president of Akwa Ibom Consolidation Alliance, Bishop Andrew Nwanta. Idarabong reports that the event took place at the residence of Bishop Nwanta in Nkana.
The victory march, which commenced from the Nkana Road through the Nkana Junction, terminated at the residence of ACA President Bishop Andrew Nwanta, was led by top political personalities in the local government, who chanted victory songs accompanied by ACA brass band. Addressing the people, the international president of Akwa Ibom Consolidation Alliance, Bishop Andrew Nwanta, thanked the people for their support. Bishop Nwanta, who took time to narrate his political journey as a youth activist from late 80s till his present political attainment, appreciated the support he has enjoyed from the people and promised them dividends of democracy.
Since I went into active politics in Etina, the Manibon people, the village, the world has never failed me. We have been continuously enjoying the support of the Manibon people and people from this village and people from this world.
Speaking, the state PDP chairman, Obon Paul Ekbu, appreciated the people for their overwhelming support, describing the victory as the people's victory and debunked statements of no elections in the state. Also speaking, the senator-elect for Uyo Senatorial District, Obon Basi Albert, thanked the people for voting him into the upper chamber and promised to reciprocate the gesture.
And Jimmy assured Mufombo this support will not be in vain. Many Kendo concern about our women in the villages and our youths.
Speaker after speaker who also poured encomiums on the people was the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Elder Samikon, who is the member-elect for Etin and Federal Constituency. Member-elect for Etin and State Constituency, Barrister Nefek Dennis, and a retired director in National Orientation Agency, Elder Ebong Jackson, also appreciated the people and promised them sustainable development.
To assure all of you, on
hand to entertain the crowd were Adia Bakba Cultural Troupe, ACA Brass Band, Ntafiong, and some of the tin and bone artists. Idarabong reporting.
Thank you, Darabong. The State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Wemedi Monwoko, has congratulated the people of the state for conducting themselves orderly during the last Saturday's polls, which led to the successful conduct of the exercise. Barrister Monwoko made a commendation while addressing newsmen in his office. The story is there presented.
Barrister Wemedi Monwoko said the action of voters in the state, which was very peaceful, shows that Akwa Ibom is civilized and that the people have now known the need to embrace peace at all times. The Attorney General said the state recorded a free, fair and credible election, unlike other states that witnessed fracas and violence, attributing the peace to the present administration's agenda of creating an enabling environment for the exercise. He called on the people to remain steadfast as PDP government will continue to ensure that they enjoy the dividends of democracy in the state.
The people of Akwa Ibom State refused to be provoked into acting in such a way that the election or the electoral process would have been undermined. And today I'm happy to note that the the election result was something we can always hold our heads high and stand tall in the community of states across the country. And Akwa Ibom State had a very peaceful election.
On the issue of protest by opposition parties on the day after the election, the Attorney General condemned such actions, saying the aggrieved parties should take their case to the election tribunals rather than take laws into their hands. Barrister Nwoke advised that the people should be vigilant and called on security agencies to protect the lives of the people and their property by ensuring that perpetrators of violence face the wrath of the law.
Let me add this, that the government of Akwa Ibom State will not abdicate from its responsibility to protect lives and property and ensure that there is peace across the state at all times.
While congratulating the governor-elect Mr. Udom Emmanuel and his running mate Mr. Moses Ekpo for their victory, Barrister Nwoke lauded the press for their neutrality during the elections, appealing to them to continue to partner with the incoming administration. The Attorney General lauded Governor Akpabio for ensuring that the state is transformed to an enviable height before leaving office.
There will be more news for you after the break. Stay with us.
This is a public service announcement. The government of Akwa Ibom State wishes to bring to the notice of visitors and residents of the state steps to take in preventing the incidence or spread of the deadly Ebola virus disease in Akwa Ibom State. The Ebola virus can be contacted through any of the following ways: contact with the body fluids of those who are visibly sick from the disease, contact with the corpse of somebody who died from the disease, contact with an animal that is carrying the virus, especially fruit bats and monkeys. Symptoms of this deadly disease include sudden high fever, persistent headache, diarrhea, vomiting, general weakness, joint and muscle ache, sore throat, chest pain, internal and external bleeding. To prevent this disease, wash your hands regularly with soap and water. Keep your environment clean and properly fumigate your surroundings if you have pests around. Report any suspicious symptoms in yourself or anyone to the nearest health facility immediately you notice them. Medical personnel should use personal protective equipment when handling suspected cases and corpses. Be careful when handling dead bushmeat. Spread the message. Tell your neighbors, colleagues, domestic staff, family members and friends. Akwa Ibom is safer when everyone is educated about Ebola. For more information, call the helplines 0812 769 8984, 0812 769 8959. 0812-769-8949. Ebola kills fast. Spread this message faster. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Information and Communications, Akwa Ibom State.
Glad to have you back, sir. It is no longer news that Akwa Ibom women took active part in the process that led to the election of Mr. Udom Emmanuel as the next governor of the state. It is not also news that the women were the first set of people to celebrate with Udom Emmanuel and wife Martha, as well as thank Governor Godswill Akpabio for his dogged interest in ensuring justice and fair play in the body politic. But what it means is the expectation of the women as the new government unfolds. Patience John spoke to some market women.
At Ita markets, where the women display their wares, including edibles such as vegetables, gari, tubers of yam, and household wares, the women were eager to speak with AKBC Channel 45 News on citing the camera.
Government has come, everything will change for good. They say election carry money, but now since the election has gone, I think money will enter. They'll give us money. We sell market. Very good and fine.
The female traders who noted that they voted for Mr. Udom Emmanuel said that on assumption of office, the governor-elect should think of expanding their businesses by direct funding or by loans. Others want more industries to be established to enable their children and whites to work. Some traders also regretted that they do not have shops for their wares and that the available shops are being given to highest bidders.
Even right, I bought store. Even in Yamani, Bow, Brunia, so Yakarami, and this one is so ramen. Even I can throw nothing in the Yamko.
Law traders were also enthusiastic to speak with AKBC News.
I don't mind it's no woman on and girl. I'll go in the common young staff with the business because it was $1.
So for me, as you want to. Land selling material like this, land selling clothes like this, at least people can come and improve my market by giving me support. So at least I was voting for him today because I like him very well.
What can bring unity? What can make the party to have impact? What can make the party in a Akwa State as a PDP have understanding? It's all about sharing with one another. Bring one idea to another to bring something important. And what can bring that something important is the word of God.
Patience John reporting.
Thank you. Transport is one of the drivers of the nation's economy. It is one sector that contributes to the movement of goods and services, and the absence of it makes a country to be classified as underdeveloped. It therefore goes to confirm that an efficient transport system is one indices for rating the economy of the country, which is why countries the world over invest a lot in transportation to ensure effective movement and service delivery. In the just concluded general elections in the country, particularly in Akwa Ibom State, transport played a major role in the success of the elections, and the key players in the system variously supported the governor-elect Udom Emmanuel. What are the expectations? Patience John went to town to find out.
That's how business has been after the general elections, and also to find out what the expectations of the management of the party is as the new administration sets in.
AKBC News congratulated the governor-elect Mr. Udom Emmanuel on his success at the polls and expressed optimism that with him on the saddle, the sector will receive a boost. They spoke on their expectations.
This territory different. Like don't use them from the one. And see that give them. So we can live for we for go. But them be yam yaukara even am no to for gara body me. That go for gara be an company there's a better me. Person company go represent. Some company who you. People will be moving from you to correct better and to correct better to you.
Yeah, boss, me say the man ya say we cross to no kai kai be me ya say the ko kai kai be the passengers be gwara ji kan igba. Ada me ti to jo ku. Ji kan nye up to 2,000 naira a day. Me wo boss the pe do the say pa ma to the whole passenger na do the say pa na we can meet up to yourself.
The Vice Chairman of the Welfare Committee, Itam Central Park, Elder Paulinus James, and the Chairman, section of the same Daniel wants the governor-elect for transporters a look into the welfare embassy is sworn in.
For the first time, I come back on class. I got no calculations, and the former governor, the chief of the first of Babio. Task force, the term of task force. That is talking more than anything. Because now I haven't got the task force. In another way around, I know. Driver, I don't know about it. I'm going to get more. In transporters, we have family. We have go yak, my go about getting more to I'm going to go in as a transporters. Can you get if I am so many them know your car?
Others want bus stops to be built by the incoming administration, while some complain of the activities of task force.
Bus stop, I got my very well. I want one for any sorry because it was all kind of weapons. As far as weapons is concerned, to match to you, as soon as I can go for today. Now to sell emblems, to like of emblems, up to rate of up to 20 something, 25, 26, 24, 14,000. Then where are we going to afford the money and buy the emblems?
Patience John.
The chairman Oron local government, Mr. Oman Essen, has commended the governor-elect Udom Gabriel Emmanuel on his success at the poll. Mr. Essen, who spoke in his office in Oron, described the just concluded general elections as orderly, saying that Akwa Ibom people spoke in one voice. He said that they are hopeful that the government of Udom Emmanuel will consolidate on the gains of the current administration led by Chief Godswill Akpabio. Commenting on the process that led to the election of the former Speaker, Chief Nelson Effiong, as the Senator-elect for Eket Senatorial District, Mr. Oman Essen thanked the Oron people for the orderly and peaceful manner they took out to cast their votes. He appealed to the aggrieved contestants to emulate the good example of President Goodluck Jonathan and join hands with the governor-elect to move the state forward.
That was held in Oron has been the most peaceful exercise I've ever experienced in Oron. That Udom is going to deliver on the dividends of democracy for the people of Akwa Ibom State. For those who not win, I'm very hopeful that they will come back and then come on the same board and work with Udom. Chief Nelson Effiong is going to be the next great senator we will have in Eket Senatorial District.
As Nigeria prepares for the May 29 change of administration, President Goodluck Jonathan has ordered all federal government ministries, departments and agencies to submit their handover notes to the office of the Secretary to the government of the Federation. These and more in our foreign news segment with Mercy Kara.
Goodluck Jonathan has directed all federal government ministries, departments and agencies to submit their handing over notes to the office of the Secretary to the government of the Federation on or before April 20th. The directive is to ensure that all arrangements are concluded for a smooth handover to the incoming government. President Jonathan is expected to continue to meet with members of the Federal Executive Council until May 20th, when the Council will hold its valedictory session. President Jonathan will also formally hand over power to his successor, General Muhammadu Buhari, during a dinner on May 28th, a day before General Buhari's inauguration as president. United States President Barack Obama has called for a renewed international effort to rebuild the shattered health systems in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone to enable better response to future pandemics in the region, including vaccines for measles, safe delivery of babies, treating HIV and AIDS, and malaria. President Obama made the call when he hosted presidents of the three countries Ellen John Sirleaf of Liberia, Ernest Bai Koroma of Sierra Leone, and Alpha Conde of Guinea in the White House. He urged the international community to remain fully engaged in a partnership with the three countries till there are no cases of Ebola. President Obama further said getting to 0 cases world over is crucial.
Work hard to take this crisis and turn it into an opportunity to rebuild even stronger than before, to strengthen administrative systems, public health systems, to continue the work that they've done in rooting out corruption, reinforcing democratic institutions, all of which will be the foundation stones for long-term progress and prosperity.
Liberia's case has dropped to 0, while Guinea and Sierra Leone both have 30 cases. In South Africa, thousands have taken part in a march against xenophobia in the coastal city of Durban, following attacks against foreigners in the city. Many jobless South Africans are accusing foreigners of taking their jobs. At least 5 people have been killed, while shops of some foreigners have been destroyed and the goods looted. More than 2,000 foreigners in the city have fled their homes and have sought shelter in refugee camps in Durban. Nigerians are among the foreigners affected. Thousands of people from around the world arrived Poland to take part in the March for the Living to mark the 70th anniversary of the end of the World War II and the liberation of Auschwitz by the Red Army. 45 countries took part in the march, with delegations from United States, Canada, UK, Mexico, Greece, Austria, Argentina, Brazil, and South Africa. Each delegation accompanied by a Holocaust survivor who told their own personal story.
It was the most horrible time of my life.
You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45. We are on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. That's our package for this morning. But before we do another look at the top stories. Governor-elect Udom Emmanuel has canvassed for proper reverence to elders in the society. He made the advocacy at a party organized in his honor by the PDP Elders District. Also, top political leaders in 18 and local government have celebrated the victory of Udom Emmanuel as the next governor of Akwa Ibom State. Our package, thanks for watching, and do have a blessed day. Good morning.
Accurately informative, knowledgeably innovative, beating other stations as regards network coverage,
and bringing on-the-spot and live coverage of events with
straight away captivating and entertaining programs. It's AKBC Channel 45, the ultimate in television broadcasting.